Hello and welcome into the game presented by BDO. Julie Donaldson here with you as always, as well. Our analyst, our playmaker, 8 to the 9, Santana Moss, and our Washington football team insider, Zach Selby, are here. All right, we're going to start with the news, and that is that the team has officially parted way with Dwayne Haskins Jr. Drafted him 15th overall 2 years later, and everything that has taken place this season, head coach Ron Rivera believing it is the best for both parties. Santana, you have played with multiple quarterbacks. You have seen quarterbacks be cut, come back, pretty much every way that a quarterback story could go. What is your reaction to this way and how things have played out with Haskins?
I said it last week to a couple of friends of mine. I said, look, this situation he's put himself in, he has to go out here and now win a game. Regardless if it's on his shoulders or not, he has to go out here and look good and win the game. If he does, we push your stuff under the rug and they deal with it or how they're going to deal with it. Probably, give them a slap on the wrist, penalize them, fine them, whatever you want to do, they do that. But that gives him another chance. But if he loses this game or don't play well, it's it for him. That's over. And it basically, paying out to be what I assumed. I thought that he had to go out and play well and he didn't do so. And now they're moving on.
Yeah, Tanya, I think you're right. I mean, he was definitely behind the 8 ball for quite a while now. And even after what happened, I mean, Dwayne said he felt like this was his last chance. And, for whatever reason, he couldn't take advantage of the opportunity that was presented for him. And, I got to know him a little bit. I got a chance to talk with him for like an hour for a story I was working on with him in March before COVID hit. And, I mean, I really wish him well. I wish him the best. He does have the talent. I think everyone told him he has an NFL arm, and he definitely does. He can sling it downfield, but I think it just like Rivera said, it ended just being the best for both parties to just move on and do a reset. And I think maybe that'll work out for him. I really hope it does.
Coming into the season with head coach Ron Rivera bringing the entire coaching staff, 11 different coaches with him from Carolina, trying to start new and really kind of develop these players. It wasn't his pick. He could have had this choice, given the opportunity to see if he would work into what he wanted for the future. Now that we know that is not going to be with Haskins, Santana, what does the future look like, do you believe, at the quarterback situation for what Rivera wants to do in the system that they want to run?
I mean, who knows? I think right now all we can do is go off of what we see. Right now, the only guys that we really have, that we can assume that's going to be, have an opportunity this upcoming weekend would be Taylor Heinicke, and hoping that Alex can get back to some kind of, good health and be at least 85% or more, this weekend. I think we need to just rely on these two guys to go out there and lead us to victory. I'm pretty sure this offseason we'll probably deal with the quarterback position very thoroughly, whether we picking someone in the draft, which I don't often, think that suits us well. But I do believe we have plenty of time to deal with that then.
All right, well, who has the opportunity going forward would be Taylor Heinicke or Alex Smith, should they be able to go. Alex probably will be the one that goes, but we'll see how that plays out in practice. Let's now kind of take a little bit of a closer look at what Heinicke did give to this team. This week's Heinicke Read Progression is presented by FedEx. Zach, you saw the stats, you saw the numbers, you saw the momentum that he brought with him. What did you take away from Heinicke?
Well, he definitely knows how to do what he needs to do with both his arm and his legs. I mean, you take a look at that last drive, that touchdown drive that he had in the end of the fourth quarter, and it was 91 yards, and pretty much all of it came from him. He had 72 passing yards, and he had 19 rushing yards on top of that as well. So, and on top of that, Rivera said the moment wasn't too big for him, and he achieved exactly what Rivera thought he was going to in that stretch of moment. And I think he definitely showed. I mean, plus the story behind it is just wild. From going to studying for your exams to all of a sudden trying to get a team to win the division for the first time in 5 years. And he seems like he's risen to the occasion, and he has the ability to, if he needs to lead this offense, he can definitely do it.
What is the challenge for this team, for the receivers, for the O-line, for the rhythm, for what they need to do? Should he be the guy?
I mean, the challenge is going to always be the same when it comes down to if you're not familiar with something, regardless if you're the quarterback or just any other player, it's going to be tough. The odds going to be stacked against you. But one of the things that I've always said about what we do, for a living, it's like riding a bike. If you play this game, if you play long enough, if you're ready, one of the things I said, opportunity favors, the most prepared. He was ready for the opportunity, so therefore he's the most prepared. So if you get that opportunity to go out there and excel, or have a chance to go out there and excel, then you're going to do just that. I think, Taylor showed us that he was ready for the opportunity, and now it's all about just going out there doing something that you know how to do well, like riding that bicycle. Just go out there and do what you know. Try to make sure that you're not costing us the game, and just give us the best opportunity, and the rest should be history.
I know they are hoping that Alex Smith will be the one that will go. Again, he will go should he can be able to do anything. Even if it's on one leg, Alex will go out there and try to do the best that he can. Zach, but here you are going through 4 quarterbacks once again with this franchise, trying to find that guy. I mean, it's just kind of wild for you even to have to cover all of this.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, it's been every sense of the word carousel in a lot of different ways. But, this offense is been able to adapt to that so far. And I think they can do it. I think they can do it again because, and Terry mentioned this, way back when they were I think they were playing week 4 against the Ravens, that he's been catching passes from a lot of different quarterbacks over the course of his career. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who's out there. You have to go out and do your job as you're expected to do. That's what you get paid to do. That's why you're in this league. And I think this team is going to embrace that opportunity just like Terry has. And if they do that, I think they have a good chance of finishing the season strong, even though they've lost the past 2 games. But like you said, definitely, if you can get Alex out there, you definitely want him, because he has delivered some great consistency ever since he's been the starting quarterback.
Well, just as this team does adjust to the quarterback situation, well, you have options with your shipments. Use FedEx Delivery Manager to help you take more control over your residential deliveries. Let's end this segment on a positive note. It is time for Selby's Stat of the Game, presented by BDO. Zach, is there some good to take from this game?
Yes, there definitely is. Let's talk about it. I feel like we've talked about the defensive line a lot this season, but they have certainly earned that credit. I mean, they've recorded at least 4 sacks in 7 games this year, which is the most since 1991. This team has 44 sacks, which is the sixth most in the NFL this season. Chase Young, their Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate, has 6.5 sacks this year, which is the 5th most by a rookie in franchise history. And then Montez Sweat, the other first-round pick they got last year, he has 15 sacks in the past 2 seasons, and that's the 3rd most behind Brian Arakpo and Ryan Kerrigan, both of which you really good to be in good company there. So this has clearly been an investment that Washington has paid off for them.
And when we come back on the game, Washington has to go out against the Philadelphia Eagles. What do they need to do to make sure that they can secure the division?
Yeah, things are a little different this year.
Happy holidays! And we wish you a send.
But it's good to know you can count on holiday scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery. Multiply the cheer. Please play safely and responsibly.
Oh my
Mom, I'm finished.
We pray each day. May you come home and be
One more?
okay. For now, we wait for you to come home.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits
Madonna.
Billy Idol live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7
Blondie. The Eagles.
The Drive.
My favorite football memory is the NFC Championship game against the Dallas Cowboys at RFK Stadium. As I stood on the sidelines at the end of that football game, they had brought in a whole bunch of aluminum seats for people to sit on. At the end of that game, everybody started pounding their feet on those seats, and the ground beneath my feet shook. Yes, winning a Super Bowl was fantastic, but to beat the Cowboys in front of our fans at home, that was special.
The great Joe Theismann with his favorite football memory presented by Comcast Xfinity. Here we are, looking forward to the final game of the regular season, hoping that we get football after that, some bonus football. Santana, can we take anything from the game at the beginning of the season against the Eagles that can apply now?
We could. I think defensively, our defensive front really, dominated those guys, and I'm pretty sure that their coaching staff is going to be harping on that all week and say that you have to play better in order for us to have a chance. So, let's just be honest. They dominated us as a team out the gate, and they was up pretty big, and our defensive front took over. And then that allowed us to get in the rhythm as a team and fight our way back in the game with some turnovers and win it. So, let's be real. They have a mindset that, hey, if we only did this better, we could have beat these guys. So these guys are beatable with who they have because we once faced them before, and they wasn't all that until we laid down. So they think that they can win, and we have to make sure that, we get those thoughts out their head early and on.
There's no way that they could win the division, so they're just playing for the role of spoiler. And if we don't win this, then you see what happens with the Cowboys and the Giants in their game. But Zach, Santana just mentioned Jalen Hurts, a mobile quarterback, different than Carson Wentz, but we haven't fared so well against those quarterbacks that aren't afraid to use their legs. What have we seen from him that this team can try to limit and take advantage of?
Well, Jalen Hurts was the guy that I was high on going into the draft. Obviously, I didn't think we were going to pick him out, but I did like his talent. And one of the things that he's done that a lot of people have said that Carson Wentz didn't do was that he was willing to take chances and throw the ball downfield. A lot of times you would see Carson kind of pat the ball whenever he was not looking for his first or second read. And whenever the read is not there for Jalen Hurts, he'll go out there and use his legs and get about 10, 15, 20 yards if he needs to. So they can contain and somehow find a way to corral Jalen Hurts to make some rookie mistakes because he's still just a rookie. They have a chance, I think, to repeat what they were able to do against Carson in week 1.
This team seems to like things difficult for themselves. That just seems to be the Washington way, playing with a chip on your shoulder, playing as the underdog, playing when the odds are against you. So here we are, the final game of the season, having to go all out in order to win the division. But Santana, this team has showed so much fight, so much resiliency in the year that was supposed to be a year of just growth and development. And here we've been talking about the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, is the season any less than what they've already accomplished? Is it kind of a loss?
My honest opinion would say no. Just dealing with what they dealt with as a team, we didn't expect, a lot of us didn't expect this. I didn't. I had no expectations. I tell you that from day one. I wanted to see this team fight and basically go out there and give us a chance to feel good about what we were watching week in and week in out. Then they say, hey, they showed us we're better than just a team that's going to go out there and fight. We can win. If we out here, with all these young guys, we can honestly go out here and win. I don't think the playoffs can solely give us that great feeling saying that, hey, this season was a great season because we're still going in there with a losing record. But like all of us know, just getting in there, losing record or not, it's a great feeling to have an opportunity to now play week in and week out, just knowing that you have one game ahead of you to win to go to the next week. So I would say no, that is not would be a loss if we don't get in. But I will also say it would darn sure feel good if we do.
I agree. Whatever way you wanted to use those words of yours, darn good, feel good. What'd you say?
Pretty darn good. That's what we're gonna use. The inner southern drawl. You got to bring it out of you.
I was trying to use Zach words, but my own way. So that's why I say we're darn sure feel good.
It would be a letdown if they don't, but there's been a lot to gain from this season, the way this team has come together. We shall see if Washington can, in fact, control their own destiny, get the victory over the Eagles, and allow the season to be extended for at least another game and clinch the division title. Thanks for joining us on The Game. We're presented by BDO. For Santana Moss and Zach Selby, I'm Julie Donaldson. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You like it, you leave comments, you come back and you watch more. As well, you can find us on our website.
Honda, we take the holidays seriously. With serious style and serious capability. So while others may be decking the halls, you could be dashing through the snow with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda. KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the HR-V.
The landscape has changed, and not for the last time. The rules of business are being reinvented with a more flexible workforce, by embracing innovation, by looking not only at current opportunities, but ahead to future ones. Resilience is the ability to pivot again and again for whatever happens next.
People who know BDO.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol. Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie.
The Eagles.
The Drive.
Here we come a caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come a wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you and to your family too.
Yeah, things are a little different this year.
Happy holidays! And we wish you a Merry.
But it's good to know you can count on holiday scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery. Multiply the cheer. Please play safely and responsibly.
I choose VA because they made me whole again.
I choose the VA because the VA cares.
I choose the VA because they provide seamless care through all stages of life.
I choose VA because it helped me with my PTSD.
I choose the VA because they make me feel important.
I choose VA because they've saved my life.
I choose VA because I'm a veteran and I enjoy serving veterans.
Choose VA today. For more information, visit va.gov.
It's all-wheel drive season, and your local Honda dealers are bringing the best deals of the year. It's clearance pricing during the Happy Honda Days sales event. Dash through the snow to a rugged and adventurous Honda. Check out the entire all-wheel drive truck and SUV lineup. CR-V, HR-V, Ridgeline, Pilot, and Passport, with features like Honda Sensing, Magic Folding Seats, and 3 different driving modes. Clearance pricing is here, but it won't last long. Don't miss clearance pricing at the Happy Honda Days sales event, now at your local Honda dealer.